Hello everybody. Hope you are doing well. We are just going to check something, so bear with me 2 minutes. We are back for another episode, yes. And you guys thought it'd be next week, but we decided today we have to continue with our Lazio career mode. We've had such a good start on this career mode. I thought we have to do another one. Yes, we are live. So hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I hope we are all doing well. Yes, we do have a chat running, so if you want to come in the chat, please feel free to. So hello everybody and welcome back to the Lazio Career Mode episode 2. If you missed episode 1, it is up on my channel, so you don't want to miss it. We've had a crazy start to this Lazio Career Mode. Episode 1, we start our Europa League campaign, and it was absolutely nutty in episode 1. So if you missed episode 1, it is up on the channel. Episode 2 will be going up today after this stream. But let's just give you a recap what happened if you missed episode 1. And as I said, it's on the channel right now. So as you can see in the table, we are in 10th place in this Lazio career mode. And as you can see, Juventus are top of Serie A. They are 2 points ahead at the moment. So as you can see, so far this season in the league, we have won 2 matches. We have 2 wins in the league this season, as you can see. And current points, we are on 5 points. So let's just run you through then what's happened. So we're currently in 10th at the moment, coming into today's episode. And it was a crazy old episode in episode 1. So let's go to our calendar. So this is what happened in episode 1. So in episode 1, we had a crazy start. So then, in episode 1, in the first game, we picked up a very nice 2-0 win in our opening game. Then in the second game, it was a 0-0 draw against Udinese. We got a 2-2 draw against AC Milan, which was a great result. Then in September, we beat Hertas Verona 3-0. That was a great win there. We lost 5-3 to Fiorentina. That was our first loss of the season. And then in the end of last episode, we beat Dynamo Kiev. We drew 2-2 in the Europa League with Dynamo Kiev. So then coming up in this episode, we face Torino in our first game. Should be a good game, that. So we have Torino. Then we have Nice in the Europa League, so that should be a good game. Then we play El Palini in the league. Then we have an away trip to take on Juventus. That will be a good game, that one. Then we face FC20 in the Europa League. Looking forward to that game. Then we have a home game against Genoa at home, and then an away game against Como. There's some big games coming up here on episode 2. So we're going to kick off today's episode with a away fixture against Torino. Get your predictions down in the comments. I think we're going to do here against Torino. So just to give you an update, this is the current squad, if you're interested. So then, the current squad, as you can see, we have Wes Foderingham in goal. We have Laziri and Reglu in centre-back with Delta Carr. We have Nuno Tavares, who's currently playing left-back, ex-Arsenal player. We have Jota, who's been brilliant for us in this career mode. Donny van der Beek, who's been brilliant for us in this career mode. James Garner, another player who's started the season well. Simon Adingra, another player who we've brought in who's had a great start to the season. Dyer, who scored a big goal in the Europa League in the last episode. and Balogun, who's been absolutely brilliant. Then some of the other signs that we have made, you can see on the bench, we brought in Liam Delap. I think he's going to have a great season for us. And Syed also has come through the door as well. But we are looking to get some more players through the door as the season goes on. So before this game, a huge game against Torino, we could do with the 3 points in this game against Torino. But before that game against Torino, which is a big game this against Torino, we need the 3 points here. Currently sitting in 10th place, and we've got 5 points so far in the episode. So we want to set a benchmarker down in the league. We want to try and get a couple of wins on the bounce if we can. And yeah, it's going to be a tough game though. Torino are a good side, and they don't sit back and play defensive football. They are a very good side. So as I said, we're going to be looking to bring some more players in ahead of this game. And we'll also be looking to bring in some more like super sub players that obviously can help us impact the games. Hopefully we can get a good result here against Torino. As we said, we've got some big games coming up today. It'd be nice to get some wins in this episode. And yeah, we'll be looking to try and get some wins on the board. As I say, we've got some huge games coming up today, including that Europa League game against Nice, which will be a tough game. Nice aren't a bad side, as I said, in our first Europa League game. We drew 2-2 with Dynamo Kiev in the first episode, so we'll be looking to get our first win of the Europa League. If we can win in the Europa League, that would be great. And yeah, we'll be looking to try and get a win in the Europa League and try and stamp down a marker in the Europa League. Of course, we are trying to get some points on the board in domestic action as well. And there's another player that we've signed, 6'1". He will be joining us soon. Looking forward to having him on board. But as I said, we do have some huge matches coming up in this episode, so don't forget to stick around if you do enjoy this Lazio career mode. It is episode 2 today. And episode 1 was a crazy episode in the first episode. So if we can set this channel on fire, episode 1 got a lot of love and a lot of comments. So if you could like and subscribe here on episode 2, it would be very much appreciated. So 2 more players there, as you can see. We've signed 2 more players to try and boost our team ahead of these big games coming up. Yeah, so we have got some massive games coming up. We've got a lot of big games coming up in the next couple of matches, so we need to try and bear down and get some wins. We are looking to strengthen our defence as well. Obviously, we've got a lot of big games coming up this career mode today, so we could do with getting some wins on the board. We are looking, obviously, to strengthen our team as much as we can ahead of these big games coming up. So 2 more players there are now signed. Now let's get into our first game. So let's get into this game. We're taking on Torino. And Torino are currently 17th in Serie A. So hopefully we can get a victory in this game against Torino. So let's get in then to this game. Torino away. Can we bounce back after a defeat to Fiorentina? We're looking to bounce back after a 5-3 defeat to Fiorentina. And now let's take on looking to bounce back in Serie A. It's Torino versus Lazio. Another game day. Here we go. Torino away. The first game of episode 2. Torino away. Can we start episode 2 with a victory? Of course, our last Serie A game was a 5-3 defeat to Fiorentina, which was our first loss of the season. Fiorentina played really well on that day as well. So here comes Lazio in the first 3 minutes. This game here against Torino. As I said, do remember to like, subscribe if you do enjoy this Lazio career mode. Jota lays it off to Balogun. Balogun with some space. Good defended by Torino. As you can see, Torino have scored 5 goals in 5 matches, so Torino have started the season strong in Serie A. Here's Balogun. Balogun with a good ball through. Here. Scored that goal in the Europa League, and he scores again! Lazio open the scoring against Torino. 8 minutes on the clock. And it's 1-0 Lazio just to start. They drew up. They lead Torino by a goal to 0. Great start to the game. Dia, who scored in the Europa League, has scored again here in Serie A against Torino. 1-0 after 9 minutes. Dia with the goal. 9 minutes on the clock. The time of Lazio's opener just to start. The Lazio coach will have wanted an early goal to sell the nerves in this one, and they lead by a goal to 0. Here comes Torino at the other end. Here's a chance for Torino. Torino shoots, and Fotheringham with a save, and it will be a Torino corner. Torino's corner comes in. Free header. Dahoud comes back out here. Chance for Torino. Good defending. There's a chance for Dahoud. Dahoud with a shot just wide from Dahoud. It was a great effort from Dahoud. And here's Keltakar. Here's Tavares. Tavares plays it off to Jota. Jota comes out wide. Jota now to Balogun. Balogun's a free kick against. That is Balogun. Balogun forward to Dia. Balogun. Jota. Here's Balogun again. Dia. For goal number 2. Dia! 2-0 Lazio. So 2-0. So 2-0 for Lazio. It's Diop again. Good finish by Diop. 2-0 Lazio, just the start they needed. So 19 minutes on the clock. So 2-0 lead. Good finish there. Balogun. Here's Jota again. Van der Beek. Garner. Here's Adingra. Adingra lays it off. Dyer again. Van der Beek. Taken down. It's a red card. Torino down to 10. Tavares. So 23 minutes gone, and Torino down to 10 men, and Zapata is on. 24 minutes gone. Torino 0, Lazio 2. Here's chance here for Torino. Torino shot saved by Foderingham. Be out for a corner. Dahoud, the former Brighton man, will stand over it. Dahoud's cross. Great save there by Foderingham. Balogun is injured, but hopefully he can play on. Tavares, catch by Foderingham. Here's Tavares. Tavares to Jota. Here's Tavares again. Here's Balogun. Diop, who's on a hat-trick. Finds Van der Beek. Donny Van der Beek. Still 2-0 for Lazio. Diop with both goals. Lazio looking for their third league win of the season. Have 2 wins in the league this season. Looking to make it 3 here against Torino and get back to winning ways after a defeat to Fiorentina. Jota plays it forward. Here's Balogun. Balogun turns away. Diop has it again. Jota. Here's Diop. Diop's in. Diop for the hat-trick. Good save by the keeper. Still 2-0 Lazio. And the Torino fans, you can hear their reaction. 37 minutes gone here, and it's still 2-0. 2-0 Torino. Sorry, 2-0 Lazio lead over Torino. As we are getting close to half-time. We're now into the 39th minute. Squeals ringing around the stadium. Here's Balogun. We have a big game after this. We take on Nice in the Europa League, our second Europa League game. Balogun forward. Good pass by Balogun. Could we see a rotated team potentially in that game against Nice? A lot of players tired. As Lazio trying to clear. Tavares will clear. So we're now into 1 minute to play at the end of the first half. Balogun forward. Dingra lays it off. Diop again. Into the box he goes. Diop. Good save by the keeper. And that will be it. A first half that's seen Torino have a man sent off. And a half that Diop with 2 goals. And Lazio in the driving seat. And on course to getting back to winning ways after a 5-3 defeat against Fiorentina at the break. They lead Torino by 2-0 and on course for their 3rd Serie A victory of the season. It's a half-time 2-0 Lazio lead over Torino. I think there will be some changes coming on here. So Garner's going to come off because he's tired. Said is going to come on as well. We'll bring on Pedro for Adingra, because Adingra is tired. So we'll bring on Pedro. We'll bring on Zuccarini for Jota. Some players some rest time. And we'll bring on Muchalic for Tavares. So we're going to get some changes on here. Try and rest some bodies, of course. We've got a big Europa League game after this against, as we got to play Nice next. Here's Pedro. First involvement, he gets tackled. Here are the changes for Torino. It's going to rest some bodies ahead of that game against Nice. As I said, it's Nice in the Europa League next, our second game of the group stage. Said plays it forward to Pedro. Pedro gets knocked. Here's Pedro. Pedro, of course, former Premier League player. Pedro with a chance. Good save again by the keeper. So Lazio looking for their third league win of the season. They have 2 wins in the league this season. They're looking to make it 3 wins in the league. This will be their third league win of the season if they beat Torino. They have 2 league wins as Torino take on Inter Milan in their next game. A huge game that against Inter. Chance, that's a good save again. So Torino head to play Inter next. As I said, Lazio face Nice in the Europa League next. And then we have a trip, I believe, after that to Juventus, the league leaders, Juventus. Chance here for Zapata. Good save by Fotheringham. Torino coming back into it here in the second half. Torino looking the better team in the last 5 minutes. Zapata plays it through. Chance for Torino, just wide. 10-man Torino putting up a fight here. 10-man Torino showing that they're not a pushover. Here is Pedro. Balogun again. Lays it off to Van der Beek. Donny Van der Beek shoots and headed away by the keeper. 62nd minute here. As I said, Europa League tie next for Lazio. They face Nice, Liga 1 side. Nice are their opponents in the Europa League next. After this, it's Zapata. Just wide from Zapata. 64 minutes played. And it's still 2-0 to Lazio. Said plays it through. Balogun. Here's Balogun. 2-0 they lead Lazio. Lazio have a 2-0 lead. Here's Said. It will be a free kick to Lazio. Donny Van der Beek. Goes short to Balogun. Balogun, good save by the keeper. So 2-0 lead for Lazio over Lazio, 2-0 up. As I said in the last episode, they lost their last league game 5-3 to Fiorentina. Balogun with a shot, and it's a good save, and he'll force a corner, which Pedro will stand over. And here's Ritz, will get it back. He'll find Van der Beek. Van der Beek out wide to Pedro. Here's Pedro now. Some options. Chance here for Balogun to add a third. And he knows it, Balogun. He knows it was a goal opportunity to make it 3 and put the game out of reach for Torino. And this one over the nets. Remains 2-0. Here comes Torino. Bodies forward for the men in the black and white shirts. Bodies coming forward here for Torino. It's a poor pass though, straight to Balogun. Comes all the way back out here for Torino with Dahoud. Dahoud's long shot and Fotheringham with the save. Here's Pedro now. João Pedro. Pedro forward, beg your pardon. No, I said João Pedro, beg your apologies for that. 13 minutes to go here. Here comes Torino. Zapata's in, and Torino have life. 1-2, and Zapata gets the home side on the board. It's 2-1. Torino 1, Lazio 2. Zapata lifting the roof off this stadium. 2-1. Saeed is in. First goal of the season for Zapata. 1 on the season for the striker. It's now Torino 1. Torino 1, Lazio 2. Here's Dahoud. Played across here. Dangerous here for Torino. Torino looking for a leveller. And they've got it. Torino draw level. 8 minutes to go. And it's 2-2. 2-2 in this game. And Torino are in for a third, and Fotheringham with a save. 2-2 game now. 10-man Torino coming back to 2-2. And they have a free header which Fotheringham will stop. Clear away. Fotheringham again with a save. As I said, coming into this game, Lazio had won 2 league games this season. And so far this season they have won 2, drew 2 and lost 1. Their only defeat so far at the minute was against Fiorentina in the first episode. But Torino looking to win it here, and they hit the bar. Torino have hit the bar, and they could have easily won this game, taken all 3 points. There's 1 minute to play of added time. Can Saeed win the game for Torino? Sorry, for Lazio. Saeed wins the game for Lazio, and their losing run is over. Saeed wins the game with the last kick against Torino, and Lazio will take the 3 points, and a huge 3 points that they needed. And Saeed with the last kick of the game, winning the game for Lazio. 3-2 Lazio, and they are going to be back to winning ways heading into that game against Nice in the Europa League. A huge win, and Lazio back to winning ways as they've beaten Torino by 3-2, and they have 3 league wins now in the season. Their 3rd win of the season, as they now, with those 3 points, they now move on to 8 points. It's now 8 points in Serie A, and they can feel that they are pushing now with a great victory. A 3-2 victory over Torino, and they now move on to 8 points in Serie A, heading into that Europa League tie with Nice, and they all feel that they are still in the race, of course, for that top 4 finish. And now it's Nice in the Europa League, our 2nd game on this Thursday night. It's 35th versus 12th. Let's just check though if there's anybody out for this game. So I think that no injuries, I'm aware. Yes, no injuries, which is good. Nicholson will put back on the bench. He could feature in this game, but I don't think he will start this game though. So then we'll go with the same team then for this game against Nice. Of course, the opening match we drew 2-2, so we'll be looking to bounce back here in the Europa League. As I said, we got a point against Dynamo Kiev in our first league phase game. Remember, it's now a league phase in the Europa League. It's the teams, of course, with the most points will progress through to the knockout stage, and the others will face off in a playoff to qualify for the next round. So as I said, in the first game, it was a 2-2 draw against Dynamo Kiev, and now we take on Ligue 1 side Nice at home. Our 2nd Europa League game. French side Nice in town. for this second group game. Is bound to be a great game. Nice versus Lazio in the Europa League. Match day 2. Here's Balogun. Balogun, who got the equaliser in the game. And he scored! Lazio take the lead inside 2 minutes. The man who earned them a point against Dynamo Kiev opens the scoring here against Nice. 1-0 Lazio against Nice. It's a great finish from Balogun. And it's 1-0 Lazio in this group stage match. 3 minutes to time of Balogun's goal. And Balogun opening the scoring for Nice. Sorry, not for Nice, for Lazio. So Lazio leading against Nice is De Jong for Nice. De Jong plays it to Sorensen. And it's a great chance for Nice. They just can't find the back of the net. So 1-0 Lazio, match day 2 of the Europa League phase. As I said, Lazio drawing their first game 2-2 with Ukrainian side Dynamo Kiev. And now leading against French side Nice in their second game of the Europa League, in their first home game of the competition. Remember, we play 3 games at home and 3 games away in the group stage. We have 3 home games in the group stage in the league phase. We play 3 in Italy and 3 games away. Remember, we can't face the teams from the Serie A in this phase, of course, because we're from the same league. Obviously, could face a Serie A team though in the knockouts. If we do get through to the next stage, we could have a Serie A showdown, one of the Serie A big boys, maybe at Inter Milan, maybe, or a Juventus, if we do get through. And here's a Dingra who's had a great start to his league, to his life in the Serie A after leaving Brighton to join Lazio on a permanent contract. As I said, Lazio coming into this game off the back of a 3-2 win in the league against Torino, which was a great result to bounce back after that loss to Fiorentina in the first episode. So he said, if you haven't seen the first episode, please go back and watch it. Of course, you'll know and you'll see all the highlights from that game against Kiev, also, which was our first game in Europe last episode. This is our second European game. I said we drew to Dynamo Kiev in the first game, and we are currently beating Nice. James Garner now having a bit of space. Diop with some space. 21 minutes played here in this game. Hello, Josh. Welcome in. Hello, Josh. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, mate. How are you? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. So, hope you're doing well, Josh. Lovely to see you as always. Welcome in. De Jong with a chance. Good block there, and it will be a corner to Nice. So nice to see you, Josh. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, Josh. Remember to like the stream, Josh. Goes a long way. So welcome in, Josh. Is chance here for Nice. Good save there. De Jong causing a lot of problems. And Nice have equalised from a set piece. It's a lovely set piece from Nice. Let's watch this again on the replay. De Jong with a free header. And it's 1-1. An own goal, which means that it's 1-1 now. 1-1, an own goal. Gets Nice level. If you don't know what's happened so far, Josh, in the career mode, so far in this episode, we've just beaten Torino 3-2 in Serie A, which was our 3rd league win of the season. And at the end of the last episode, we lost our first game of the season to Fiorentina. Here's Balogun, and there's the response. 2-1 Lazio. It's a double for Balogun. Great finish from Balogun, and the home team are back in front, 2-1. So great finish there from Balogun. So 2-1 to Lazio now. Balogun double for Lazio. Lazio 2, Nice 1. Apologies as well to people who are watching the stream. I apologise that the stream keeps stopping and starting. Apologies for that. I don't know what the problem is with the stream. I don't know if it's an internet issue or whatever it is. I apologise to people who are watching. If you missed the first episode, Josh, we did the first episode on Tuesday night. That was when the first one went up, Tuesday night. And this one will be going up later tonight. Episode 2 will be going up later today. Goal in the Europa League. Spurs have scored. Timo Werner has given Tottenham the lead in the Europa League. Here's Klose. It's a good save, Jonathan Klose tonight. As we're now into the final minute of the first half, which will play 1 minute of added time. And it's De Jong again, and Nice a second goal. Nice have equalised 2-2, and it's 2-2 at the break. It's been a great game. So half-time, Lazio 2, Nice 2, and it's Balogun who scored in the 2-2 draw against Dynamo Kiev on the first day. He has 2 goals, and Nice also have 2 goals in this match too. So half time, it's 2 each. Right, we're going to get some changes on here to try and impact this game. So we're going to go for a double change up top. Or we will get Nicholson on for a Dingra as well. We'll get Van der Beek off as well, he's tired. So 2 each at the break as we're heading into the second half. Apologies if the stream is a bit behind. Apologies. Here's Jota. Here's Liam Delap getting his first minutes for the club. I believe this is Delap's first competitive game of the season. He's been on the bench for the start of the season. He gets his minutes now in the Europa League. The manager giving his young player Delap some game time here in the Europa League against Nice. Here's Jota. 2-2 in this Europa League game. Remember, the first match day was a 2-2 draw against Dynamo Kiev. And it's 2-2 here in match day 2 against Liga and side Nice. After this we play Juventus, who are top of the league in Serie A. I believe it's a trip to Juventus in our next game. Juventus away is our next Serie A game, I believe. Here's Klaus. Klaus comes down the left. He's tackled by Tavares, so it will be a Nice throw. Nice will look for the quick throw into the box, and they do. And a foul against Jota. So De Jong, it'll be Samson, plays it off. Here's a chance here for Nice. Nice have bodies into the box. Chance here for Nice. Still Nice. And Nice take the leads. The French side take the lead in this one. 3-2 Nice. The French team from Ligue 1 take the lead. The French side have the lead here in this game. So 3-2 Nice. Said again. It's Rutz and Lazio draw level. 3-3 in this Europa League game. And the substitutes equalising for Lazio on 60 minutes. It's 3-3. 3-3 in this Europa League match. So 3-3 in this crazy match. Jota, Said, the man who won the game against Torino with a last minute goal. Oh, and it's a great save by the Nice goalie. So 3-3 in this Europa League game. This is match game 2 of the league phase. So far in the Europa League we picked up a point against Dynamo Kiev. That was our opening game, which finished 2-2 away from home. This is our second league phase game against French side Nice. Currently drawing 3-3 with the Ligue 1 side. So it's Lazio of Serie A versus Nice of Ligue 1. So it's the Italian league versus the French league. And currently the men from France have 3 and the men from Italy have 3. As I said, with it being a league stage, there'll be no extra time or penalty kicks. So whatever the score is at the end of 90 minutes will be the score for the league phase. Coming into today's game in the league phase, Nice sit 3rd in the Europa League and Lazio are 12th in the group stage. So it's 12th versus 35th. And Lazio, of course, picked up a point in their opening match against Dynamo Kiev of Ukraine. They're currently on 1 point in the league phase. And it's looking like another point here. Looks like it could be 2 draws from 2 for Lazio. Heading into match day to game number 3 of this competition. And as I said, looks like they'll be winless in 2 matches as it stands. As I said, they picked up only a point against Dynamo Kiev. And as it stands, it looks like it will be a point here against Nice unless they can salvage something. Delap is tackled, but Lazio win the corner. 12 minutes to go. And Nice will make a change. And they'll bring off De Jong, who's got the goal. As Nice trying to protect what they have at the moment. Their point in the bag at the moment. Here's Ritz, who has the 3rd goal, looking for another! And he does! Lazio take the lead with 9 minutes to go. Lazio have the lead, and this could be their first 3 points in the league phase. And after a draw on the opening match day, they're on course to making it a win in their 2nd Europa League game, and could move into the top 10 with this result. And Rutz, the substitute, has 2 off the bench. He's now on a hat-trick. Lazio 4, Nice 3. And Lazio on course to their first win of the league phase. Here's Sorensen. Chance here for Nice. And Foderingham with the save to keep Lazio in front. 7 minutes to go. The 6th corner of the game for Nice. And it doesn't come to any joy as Jota plays it to Nicholson. And Nicholson can seal the game here for Lazio. He's away. Nicholson to seal the victory. And he does. Nicholson seals the 3 points for Lazio. And Lazio have their first win of the Europa League. And it's Nicholson off the bench. Rutz with 2. Nicholson with 1. And Lazio will seal the 3 points against Nice. And their first 3 points. With this result, Lazio now have, as it stands, Lazio will have 4 points in the league phase. 4 points from 2 games. And the Lazio coach will breathe a big sigh of relief as his team on course to making it 4 points in the Europa League. As I said, they've got it'll be 4 points in the Europa League. A draw against Dynamo Kiev in their opening match as Nice come in again looking for a 4th. And it's great defending here, and Lazio protecting their 2-goal cushion. Liam Delap looking for his first point for the club. Plays it through. And that will be that. Lazio have won in the Europa League. 3 points against Nice. And they are off and running. And Stephen Lilly's Lazio team have 3 points against Nice. And their push to progress. They have a win and a draw. And this man, Rico Wirtz with the goals. And Lazio defeat Nice 5-3 in the Europa League. And have they got a push for the Europa League next stage? They've beaten Nice 5-3. And now back to league action. We're up to 7th place now in Serie A. That was a great win against Torino. Can we make it 2 wins? Back-to-back wins today. Let's find out then. Back at home. Can we make it back-to-back victories here? Another big game. Against Epelini FC. There is Dyer, who has 5 goals this season. And this is our 2nd league game. It's Epelino are our next opponents in the Serie A. I apologise for the pronunciation. Don't speak very fluid Italian. Here's our 2nd home game. This is another home game. Our last home game was a draw against AC Milan. As I said, 1 loss so far this season. We're on 8 points. We have 8 points in the league after that victory against Torino. And we're now up to 7th after that result against Torino. Can we make it back-to-back wins for the first time in a while? Here's Diop, good save, and it will be a corner for Lazio inside the first 5 minutes. Garner's quick corner. Here's a chance here. Oh, and an injury. Here's an injury. One of our centre-backs is down. 8 minutes into the game. One of our centre-backs is down, but he is back up, which is good news. Is he going to be able to continue though? As he applauds the defending to head back to his defensive duty. Diop. Balogun, who scored in the Europa League. Who had a good match in the Europa League, scoring 2 goals in the win against Nice. So Balogun's been on fire in the last couple of matches. Here's the leading goal scorer in the team, Diop. Diop has another one! That's Diop's 6th for the season. And Lazio have the lead again. They took an early lead against Torino. And they have an early goal here inside the first 10 minutes of this game. Big goal, 12 minutes, the time of Diop's goal. Diop with the goal, 1-0, 1-0 Lazio, 13 minutes gone. Balogun looking for the pass through. And he does find Van der Beek. Donny Van der Beek. Save. Here comes the opponents. The opposition are in. Mistake. Save. And another mistake. And another save by Foderingham. "21 minutes gone. Ball knocked forward. Foderingham will have it in his hands. He'll go forward again. Garner again, good move to Adingra. Bounces off the player and it will be a Lazio throw. As Diop's in. Balogun. Here's Van der Beek. Donny Van der Beek. Great save. If you didn't know, Eddie Neddy also is a streamer on career mode. He's currently doing Middlesbrough. So if you haven't subscribed to Eddie Neddy, go and subscribe to them. Donny Van der Beek, really good defensive play. Balogun forward to Diop. Just to let you know as well, Eddie Neddy started his career mode for Middlesbrough, currently in the relegation zone. He's now outside of the relegation zone, currently in 17th. And next he has Crystal Palace. Here's a chance for Diop. Diop, who has the goal in this game for Lazio. Diop, who's the leading scorer in the team, 6 on the season. And Balogun, who had 2 in the Europa League on Thursday night against Nice. Almost making it another league goal for himself. Adingra for the pass forward. So down to the 35th minute of this Serie A game. Still leading by a goal to nil are Lazio. Still battling for every ball are the opposition. They shoot and they hit the side netting. Still 1-0 lead for the home side. Diop's goal the difference at the moment. It's a dangerous chance. They've hit the post. They hit the post. Adingra for the pass forward. It's a good move. An injury now for the away side. Balogun. Diop. Good defensive play there. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's Dingra. We're into the final minute of the first half. We're now into 1 minute to play. Good half there, 1-0. People are saying in this prediction that they're going to lose 4-0 to Palace, so I think that's a bit extreme. Someone said 2-2 there, that's a fair result. I wish I could be cheeky and ask Eddie to raid the stream, but I don't think he would, because Eddie's not about promoting people, is he? He's not about that. I wouldn't ask him to do that. That would be daft. So here we go, second half of this game. But let us know in the comments. Should we ask Eddie Neddy for a raid? Let us know down in the comments. Should we get a raid from Eddie Neddy? That would be great. Honestly, that would be fantastic. We'd get a raid from someone like Eddie Neddy. That would be amazing. I don't think we would get a raid, but you know, you can always ask, can't you? Can you imagine if the Eddie Neddy raid was to us? That would be insane, wouldn't it? Great ball forward anyway. Coming off that subject now. Back to this game. Eddie's got a lot of viewers anyway, he's a great guy. He does really good career modes. And I applaud Eddie Neddy on career modes because he is the master and the king of the career modes. Here is Diop. Off the post from Liam Delap, sorry. Great effort. Imagine if we could get Harvey to get Eddie to raid me. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? I should message one of my mates and ask him to get Eddie Neddy to raid me. What do you reckon, chat? Do we message one of our mates and get him to Eddie Neddy raid? That would be insane. It would help my channel quite a bit, to be fair. I'm not going to put the sound on because I'm not taking the risk with the edit. Shame I don't even have Eddie on Instagram or DMs. Either can message him and say, could you raid my stream? He wouldn't raid me anyway. It's a free kick on the edge, I believe. Could be a yellow. I reckon this is a yellow at best. Yeah, I thought so. But we're going to hold on though for back-to-back. And Nicholson, what a finish from Nicholson. 2-0 Lazio. It's a great finish from Nicholson. Let's get my friends to win. Right, we've sent it out. See if my friend gets back to me. Anyway, 2-0 Lazio. Nicholson, that's his first goal of the season. Wow. Okay, first goal of the season from Nicholson. I'm guessing he's on the console. He normally is by now anyway. But let's go. Saeed for 3. That is a great save. One of the best saves I've seen. I've got to say, there's a lot of great people on Eddie and Eddie's channel as well. Like some absolute legends, including Ace. He's an absolute legend, mate. He's a legend. I remember a certain somebody who started this channel, who's not watching today, obviously. A certain Mr. Toe430 was one of our biggest lovers of these streams, so yeah. A chance here, Tavares. Got a corner. He's probably not going to rate. Very rarely rates. Very rarely. He is a nice guy. I rate him. I watch a lot of Eddie's streams too, and he's a great guy. Can you imagine one day Stephen Willie and Eddie collaboration in the game? That would be awesome. Can you imagine that? It's like we're promoting the game, like me and Eddie playing together maybe one day on pro clubs. Eddie has got a great pro clubs team. I need to play some pro clubs. I haven't played pro clubs this year. I'd love to play pro clubs. Absolutely love to play some pro clubs. I feel like we're sending him a message. Should we send him a message, chat? Let's send him a message. He's gonna think I'm after something now, isn't he? Let me just see what he says about this. Hold on. Send it. See what he says. Right, I'm leaving the sound on for a minute, only just because I want to hear what it says. I feel like I'm promoting I don't like promoting stuff, I feel like I'm doing that. I don't even know what it's saying anyway, I don't care anyway. Anyway, we're moving on. Yeah, 2-0 up anyway, so hopefully we can get the dub. I have asked anyway, but I'm not promoting stuff anyway. Said to seal the points, and there it is. Anyway, 3-0 Lazio. Said with the goal. And it looks like we're going to get back-to-back wins. To be fair, we need the points. We have obviously lost a game to Fiorentina, so we need to go on a bit of a winning streak now to give us a bit of confidence now for the rest of the season. But, you know, it is a great, like I was saying, Eddie is a great guy. So if you haven't subscribed to Eddie, go and show Eddie some love. He's a great guy. Two minutes to go then of additional time in this game. It would be a great result to keep our momentum going. Of course, it was a great result against Torino. 3-2 victory over Torino. It was a great result that game. It's a good result against Torino. There's another good result here. And a clean sheet as well. We haven't had many of them this season. Another clean sheet. Great result that. A 3-0 win for Lazio. Back-to-back league wins. And to be fair, we've needed back-to-back games for wins. And we have got back-to-back now, which is great. Back-to-back wins. Napoli have dropped points as well, which is massive for the table. We're now 4th in the standings. Juve are top, obviously, but we've got Juve next. How long is he going to be out for? It looks a serious injury. How long is he going to be out for? Let me have a look. He is our captain as well, which is a huge blow. Hopefully he's not going to be out for too long. I'm hoping it's not a serious injury. It's going to keep him out for the rest of the season. And we have got a huge game against Juventus. Hoping it's not a serious injury, it's going to keep him out. How do I look at the... not that. I think we're going to have to buy another centre-back, aren't we? We are pretty skint on centre-backs at the moment. We have signed 2 more midfielders. We have dropped down to 5th, but this is where we want to be though. We want to be in that top 5, pushing for Europe. Had 2 good results there on the bounce. That's what we needed. We needed a bit of. We needed a couple of good results there to get us back on track after that Fiorentina defeat. We needed a good result, and we got one, which is good news. We needed to get some points on the board there, and we did. So I'm pleased. We need to keep picking up points really. We need as many points as we can to try and push for that top half finish. And we are looking good though. I generally think if we can keep pushing and grinding, I think we can get a top half finish this season. That would be the goal, to get a top half finish. And if we can succeed that, then we are looking very good. As you can see, we've already signed 2 players that are going to join in January. Those players are, is it Stage from Werder Bremen? That deal's done. And also Ruben Vargas, a left midfielder. He's also going to be joining us in January. So looking forward to having those 2 at the club in January. And another player that will be joining us in January is Bournemouth defender James Hill. He will join us in January as well. So that's 3 players now that will be joining us in January. So looking forward to having those 3 on board in January. But until January, we've got a long way to go yet till then. So Raguli, who's our captain, we're going to have to play this guy for now. Doesn't say how long our captain's going to be out for. I'm hoping it's not a long time, because he's going to be a huge loss for this game. Tavares. Does it even say? Oh, he's out. He's out for 2 weeks. He's out for 2 weeks. Okay, that's okay. We can afford that for 2 weeks. So he'll miss 2 weeks of action. That's alright. Trying to get some money here. So get some players sold. Make some money there too. It's alright if it's 2 weeks. We can afford it. Missing him for 2 weeks. But we've got a huge game now against Juventus. It's a massive game. This is probably the biggest game of the season. This is the biggest game of the season, without question. I feel like we give it to Van der Beek, captain. He can be captain for 2 weeks. Yeah, I feel like Donny will do a good job as captain in the captain's absence. Right, so that's the only change then. Our captain out for 2 weeks. Hopefully we get him back soon. But this guy, Dyer, has got 6 goals in the league phase. And now we play the league leaders, Juventus. A huge game. We've just won 2 on the bounce. And if we can beat the league leaders here, we're in a good position. Well, currently in the top 5. We're in the top 5 and we've had a great start to the season. And we're playing the best, one of the top team, another top team in this division now in Juventus. And we're top of the league at the moment. And Dyer scored against them. The league leaders are behind to Lazio. The league leaders, who haven't lost a game this season, find themselves behind to 5th place Lazio. The league leaders falling behind to Dyer after 5 minutes. Dyer with the goal. It's his 7th goal this season. And the league leaders Juventus fall behind at home. Milik, Lopetegui, Araf. History broken for Dyer. Can we hang on here? 4th. We are. Can we make it 3 wins on the bounce? We're in good form, as I said. We've won his last 2 matches in the Serie A. We're up to 5th place now in the standings, looking to push for a top 4 finish in our first season. How historic would that be if we could get into the Champions League with Lazio next season, season 2? And Juventus fans trying to get behind their team. What a start though this has been for Lazio. Juventus on the ropes as they play the ball in. And Juventus could be knocked off the top spot if Lazio beat them. Juventus is a good start to the season. They could crumble here This would be a huge upset in the league table if Lazio were to win. We've had a goal already in Serie A. Genoa lead Braga. So Genoa are leading in Serie A. We have to play Genoa in a couple of weeks in the season. But what a result this would be. Dyer, our top scorer in the team, he's got 7 goals this season in Serie A, and he has another big goal. It's another big goal. As Dyer's goal, the difference right now. So what a result this would be. Leading Juventus by 1-0. Great save. Leading the league leaders Juventus by 1-0. 24 minutes and counting in the first half. Almost at half time in this massive game. Tackled there is Balogun. Donny van der Beek again. Adingra. Van der Beek, of course, captain for this game after the current captain is injured. He's out for 2 weeks. As I said, in January, 3 new players will be joining the club, including Ruben Vargas from Alsborg, James Hill, defender from Bournemouth, and Stag, a midfielder from Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga. Here is chance. Here, Dyer, the top scorer, shoots into the chest of the Juventus goalkeeper. Can we hold on for a huge victory and take the lead into half-time here against Juventus? Here's Bremer. Lays it across. Bremer again. Juventus backpedaling at the moment. Those travelling Lazio fans in the blue in the corner must be thinking, how are they winning this game? Juventus have been on top in this game, but they haven't found a way past Lazio at the moment. Lazio on course to make it 3 wins on the bounce in the league. After that loss against Fiorentina, they've won their last 2 in the Serie A, and to make it 3 wins in a row against the league leaders. We know Juventus are a good side and they will push back when they get their opportunities. Cleared away here, and Dyer finding Balogun. Balogun just trying to get a bit too cocky there, and he's been had his pocket pinched. Juventus just trying to get some possession before half-time. And there's the half-time whistle. And squeals ringing around the stadium here in Juventus. And this man, Dyer, has the only goal of the first half. And his team on course to making it 3 wins in a row and defeating the current leaders in Serie A. Lazio leading Juventus 1-0 at half-time in this Serie A game. What a win this would be for the table. Can they hang on and make it another 3 points? And this would be, they had 8 points after the Torino game. And they picked up another 3 points in their last game. They've added to the 8 points, now on 11 points in Serie A. A win here against Juventus would put them to 14 points. And they'd have 14 points and chasing down the top 4 finish. Here's Dyer. Oh, it's a great save by the Juventus goalie. And Juventus on the ropes here. And the manager making change here for Juventus. Coke Miners is on. And Juventus trying to get something going. Here's Balogun. He's taken down in the box. Here's Lopetegui. Lays it off here to Kelbel. Goes all the way back here for Juventus. But Juventus have had their pocket pinched by Balogun, but they win it back. And it'll go all the way out for a Lazio throw. Juventus having to play some smart football here. Van der Beek, the captain for this game. Donny van der Beek's been a great signing for this club. He's played well. Dyer. Balogun on the press. Can Lazio get us an historic win here against Juventus? As Juventus are in Champions League action next as they face Stuttgart from the Bundesliga. Here is Donny van der Beek. Donny van der Beek just can't get through. And Lazio have had a great start to their campaign in the Europa League, a 2-2 draw against Dynamo Kiev. And a 4-3 victory and a 5-3 win against Nice. So both these teams, don't know how Juventus are doing in the Champions League, but I said Lazio 4 points, a win against Nice and a draw against Dynamo Kiev. A chance here for 2-0 and Dyer almost wrapping up the points here. And a change here for Juventus, and then their new signing from Aston Villa, Douglas Luiz, is on for Juventus. The man who signed for them from Aston Villa, Douglas Luiz, is on for Juventus with half an hour remaining. Juventus trying to up their game. Kelbel has his pocket picked by James Garner. Garner, still James Garner, lays it off to Adingra. Milik. Here's Douglas Luiz's first touch. Chance here now. Lopetegui is a player who we were going to mention a minute ago. Here's Jota. Jota to Balogun. Balogun looking forward. Lopetegui in the way again. Salvina plays it to Bremer. Bremer to Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz has some space. Lopetegui. Plays it. Played away by Lazio. Balogun. He gets fouled. So it will be a Lazio free kick. And the referee will show the first yellow card. It's a yellow card for Lopetegui. First yellow card going to the Juventus midfielder. 20 minutes to go. Still 1-0 Lazio. Here is Douglas Luiz. Here's Milik. Milik's pass forward. Coke Miners. Wide of the net. 18 minutes to go. Lazio still 1 up over Juventus. Adingra. is Dyer. Another foul from Juventus. Juventus losing their cool. And it's a substitute, Douglas Luiz, who's just come on. He picks up a yellow card. And that's 2 yellow cards for Juve. Lopetegui picking up a yellow card, and now substitute Douglas Luiz picking up a yellow card as well. Balogun. So 2 yellow cards for Juventus in this game in Serie A. Goes all the way back here. Juventus could suffer their first league defeat of the season. And you can see the stats. Juventus have dominated the stats, but they're not dominating the scoreboard. Chance for Balogun, and it's 2-0 Lazio. And could the biggest upset of the Serie A season be on here? And Lazio make it 2-0, and the league leaders could be on course for their first league defeat of the season. Lazio, as I said, have won their last 2 games. They're looking on course to making it 3 straight against the current Serie A leaders, Juventus. And they are 2-0 up, and they are in dreamland. And it's Balogun again. Scored a big goal in the Europa League in the victory against Nice. And he scored a big goal here against the current leaders, Juventus in Serie A. 2-0 to Lazio. Balogun on the score sheet. Both strikers finding the net. And it's 2-0. And work to do for Juventus. With 10 minutes to go, they now need 2 goals to keep themselves at the top of the league. And they need 3 to continue their good start to the season. They have 8 minutes to try and salvage a point. Here's Douglas Luiz. Cobble. What a win this would be for Lazio. 3 wins on the bounce. And they could be on course for a European spot next season. Here's Douglas Luiz with a long shot, and this one just glancing over the nets. And another Juventus change incoming. Juventus really going for it now. The last 5 minutes. Trailing by 2-0. Here's Adingra. Goes around 1 Juventus player. Around 2 Juventus players. Around 3 Juventus players. Adingra! What a goal from Simon Adingra! His first goal for Lazio, and it's a beautiful goal. And Adingra seals the 3 points for Lazio. It's a lovely goal by Simon Adingra. He takes on 3 Juventus players, not 1 Juventus player. Puts the tackle in. And Adingra with his first goal for the club. 3-0 Lazio. And their biggest, and it looks like it could be back-to-back clean sheets. And it's the first goal for Adingra in 5 matches. And it looks like 14 points from 6 for Lazio. And their push, not only to secure trophies, but they are on course to making a huge victory in the Serie A, the biggest upset of the Serie A season after 6 matches played. And Stephen Lilly's team are making history today in in the Serie A, as they've beaten the current leaders Juventus 3-0, and it is back-to-back clean sheets, and they've beaten the league leaders Juventus in their own backyard 3-0, and goals from Dyer, Balogun and Adingra scoring his first goal for the club. And what a result for Lazio. It's a great result for Lazio. It's a brilliant result, look at that. So that's that game down in the books now. We've got FC20 in the Europa League, but what a result that is against Juventus. Probably one of the biggest results of the season so far. It's now FC20 is our next game in the Europa League. So we'll miss this game as well. But it was a great win, that against Juventus. And now we have our 3rd Europa League game against FC20 We are currently 5th in the Europa League and FC20 are 33rd. Here we are, match day, game number 3 of the Europa League. The Europa League's top scorer, Balogun, with 3 goals in the Europa League after a 5-3 victory over Nice in match day 2. We are now on to match day 3 against FC20. There's a chance here for FC20 inside the first minute, and they're offside. This would be what a night that was against Juventus, though. Back-to-back clean sheets. The first time in the career that we have recorded back-to-back clean sheets in Serie A. And we're now 5th in the Europa League after that victory over Nice. But here comes a chance here for FC20. They need a win, FC20, really, if they're going to progress to the next round. And Lazio already have a victory in this competition, as I said. A victory in their last game, 5-3 against Nice. We're on 4 points after 2 games. This is our 2nd away game of the competition. Our last away game was a 2-2 draw against Dynamo Kiev. Looking for our first away win of the Europa League here in the Netherlands against FC20. A goal already in the Europa League. Athletic Bilbao of La Liga have taken the lead in their Europa League title. Athletic Bilbao leading 1-0 in the Europa League. 10 minutes gone in this game, match day 3 of the Europa League. FC20 versus Lazio. Match day 3 of the Europa League. Here is Donny van der Beek, lays it off to Jota. Jota forward. Here's Balogun. Balogun, the top scorer in the Europa League, has 3 goals in this competition. He scored 1 in the game against Kiev, and he had 2 goals in the victory at home against Nice. So Balogun, the top scorer in the Europa League, and Dyer, the top scorer in the Serie A. Adingra, who scored his first goal for the club in that away victory at Juventus. FC20 now looking for a dangerous cross here. Ruts, great defending by Tavares. It will be a corner to FC20. FC20's corner, headed in, knocked away by Lazio. Not away by Lazio. Chance here for FC20. They have a chance. Oh, just over from the home team. Jota has it. He'll turn away from 2 FC20 players. Van der Beek. Great turn into Balogun, the top scorer in this competition. Tavares. Here's Jota. Here's Balogun again. Good move into Dyer. Dyer's offside. Frustration kicking in for Lazio. 23 minutes gone in this Europa League match. Still 0-0 between Lazio and FC20. Good tackle there. Another offside call against Lazio. Back-to-back offside calls here against Lazio. Here's FC20 with a chance. Defending there, cleared away. And as far as an FC20 player. .29 played. FC20 have the ball again. They lose out again. Dyer can't get the pass through. And that was a Dyer of a pass. Bad joke there. We are looking to strengthen the team, of course, when that January window comes. And good save from Fabregas. we get close to half-time in this third Europa League match, which is goalless between FC20 and Lazio. FC20 have a chance here now. They are looking for that goal. Here's an opportunity for Dyer. Dyer plays it forward. Balogun. Here's Balogun again. Dyer. Dyer! There's the opening goal! And Dyer gives Lazio the lead against FC20. 1-0 Lazio. Is it 1-0 to 1-0 lead for Lazio? FC20 have a chance, and it's just gone wide of the net. FC20 are putting on a lot of pressure though in this Europa League game. This is the third match of the Europa League, of course. Lazio picking up a 5-3 victory in their last game against FC20 against Nice. And as I said, a great win that was against Juventus in their 6th game of the season. Spurs are level now. Mickey van der Ven has scored for Spurs in their Europa League game against AZ. 1-0 Lazio here against FC20. Remember, there's so many teams will go through. We have to be in the top half to progress to the knockout stage. As we're down to the final minute of the first half, and FC20 have equalised. The Dutch side are level, 1 each. Chance here for FC20 to take the lead again. Here's FC20 with a chance, and they're wide. 1-1 at half-time. No changes will be made at half-time as we get into the second half. So 1-1 it is in this game at the moment. As I said, 1 each in this Europa League game. 4 points so far for Lazio in this competition. Match day 1 was a 2-2 draw against Dynamo Kiev of Ukraine, and match day 2 was a 5-3 win against French side Nice. Match day 3 currently is 1 each against Dutch side FC20. This is our third game of the group stage, of the league phase, I beg your pardon. Third game of the league stage. We have won 1 and drawn 1 so far in the league stage. We're on 4 points at the moment. Of course, we need more wins than draws in this competition if we're going to progress. We have a goal in the Europa League. Lyon have scored in their game against, I think, is it Besiktas. So Lyon of Ligue 1 are leading 1-0 in their Europa League game, and they're at home. So that'd be a good result for Lyon if they can hold on. Ligue 1 side Lyon with the lead in their Europa League game, their third match on the group stage. Half an hour remaining in our third game of the group stage. FC20 there is the player to watch. Number 14, Strijan, who has the goal for FC20 in the game. Here's Rooks. Here's the goal scorer who has the ball now for FC20. He's tackled. Dyer. 30 minutes to go in match day 3 of the Europa League. looking to make it back-to-back wins in the Europa League after that great result against Nice. Currently drawing 1-1. As I said in the competition, it was a draw against Kiev and a win against Nice so far in this competition. So far it's 1 win from 2. Lazio won 1 out of 2 in the Europa League so far. Looking to make it 2 wins from 3 with victory here. Looking for their second Europa League victory. They have 1 win to their name so far. That was against Nice. Looking for their second one here away from home. And Athletic Bilbao have doubled their lead. Williams with the goal. That puts Athletic Bilbao 2-0 up. Look like they're going to secure 3 points at home, the Spanish side from La Liga. Here is Chancellor Dingro scored in the win against Juventus in Serie A. Is FC20 now going to make a change with 20 minutes remaining? So 20 minutes remaining in this game. So 20 minutes to go then in this third game of the league phase. This is match number 3 of the league phase. This one goes wide. Someone correct me down in the comments. Is it a 6-game Europa League or 8 matches Europa League? Let me know down in the comments. This is our third game of the league phase. It's our second away game of the tournament. And Dingra with a shot saved. So if anybody's in chat and they know how many games you have to play in the Europa League to progress, please let us know down in the comments. This is our third Europa League game. Currently 1 win, 1 draw. And we're on 4 points at the moment. Looking for our second win of the Europa League. And our only win at the moment, as it stands, was against French side Nice. Our only victory so far in the competition. And we haven't lost yet in the Europa League as well. We are 1-1 in the Europa League. 1 win, 1 draw. The draw was against Kiev and the win was against Nice. Eight minutes to go in this third Europa League match. Offside here against Lazio. FC20 making another change. Six minutes remaining in this Europa League group stage game. FC20 looking to win the game here and snatch the 3 points. And they need 3 points, FC20. They're currently sitting 33rd in the table. Lazio 5th after that victory against Nice. Balogun, who's the top scorer, looking for the winner to get his team another 3 points. As it stands at the moment, they will have 1 to add to their tally. And so will FC20. Into the final minute now of the 90 minutes here in the Netherlands. FC20 are in to win the game here. Saved by Foderingham as we're into a minute now of added time. Don't think it will be enough time for a Dinger to get up the pitch, and it won't. It's a draw against FC20, so that's now 5 points in the Europa League. That's 2 draws in the Europa League now. As I said, not enough time to get anything from the game, so it's a 1-1 draw against FC20. That's 5 points now in the Europa League. Let us know in the comments, is that enough to go through? Well, and it isn't enough to go through yet, but obviously, let us know how many games we have to win to pretty much progress to the next round. Right, we've got Genoa next in our next game. Playing 8th place Genoa next. Let's just look at our league record then. So we now have... What's that? So we've got 5 league wins this season. So Milan are now top. We're now 2 points off the Juventus. So we're currently in 3rd after that victory. So we're 3rd in Serie A. We've got 5 wins in Serie A this season. Is our injured player back for this game? Let's find out. No, he's not. Still injured. So let's have a look then what that means for the Europa League then. Let's go to... look at other leagues. Europa League. How are we doing? We're 9th in the Europa League. Ezes are top. And who have we got to play in our next Europa League game? Who do we have next in the Europa League? Let's have a look. Next we have someone called, is it Gil? Where are they? Where are the team we're playing next? Rangers are 19th. Oh, we're playing Galloway United, who are 22nd next in the Europa League. Who's currently bottom of the Europa League? Slavia Prague are bottom at the moment. So we're playing, so we have Galloway United next in the Europa League. So it's Galloway United next. So we've got to hope that Lyon are above us. Who do Lyon have next? So that's September. That's October. Who do Lyon have next? Galloway drew their last game. Lyon beat Besiktas. Obviously we drew to FC20. So we're on 5 points. So we play FC Galloway United. Who do Lyon have next? Lyon are above us. Who do they have? When's our next game? That was the last game. The Lyon beat Besiktas, didn't they? I don't know who they've got next. Do we have to play Lyon in the group? I don't think we do we? Yeah, so we've got to play... Is it FC Galloway next in the Europa League? Yeah, so we've got Genoa next, and then we've got Como at home. And then we have... Oh no, Galloway not for a while. Next we've got Porto in the Europa League. That'll be an interesting match. Right, next game then. Let's get into our next game. We've got Genoa at home now. Can we make it 6 wins? So next 2 games in the Europa League. So we've got our next Europa League game is in November against Porto. So we need to win that game really against FC Porto. We're 9th in the Europa League, so we need to try and push to progress. We're 9th in the division after that draw to FC20. Let's take on Genoa now. Genoa is our next league game in the Serie A. That's a great save. That's a great hit as well. It's a great hit from Genoa. Don't forget as well to remember to like, subscribe to the stream. We have been live for a long time now. We have been live for quite a bit of time. We have been live for a long time. Genoa's got a chance. Good ball forward. As you can see, there we are. We're third in the league. We are level on points with Inter. Said we're 2 points behind Juventus. Milan are currently top at the moment. So we knocked Juventus off a top spot with that victory against Juventus. We've had 2 clean sheets in our last 2 games. We can take it 3 clean sheets in a row here against Genoa if we can. Another 3 points, I believe. Depending on the Juve result, we could go second in the league if we win this game, I think. We're third in the league after that victory there. A Genoa player committing to retirement after this season. Don't know who he is there. Can't speak today. Can't afford to drop points in this game against Genoa. We need a victory here. We've got 5 wins in the league. We've won 5 games in the season in Serie A. Lost 1 game this season so far to Fiorentina. Fiorentina, the only team that's beaten us so far in the Serie A. And we drew to the current league leaders, AC Milan, and we beat Juventus 3-0. That last game though was a big result against Juventus. Juventus didn't really give us much. They didn't really give us a lot of problems, Juventus, in that last match. But I'm sure this Genoa team will give us a lot of problems. Here's Aaron down the left-hand side. And Adingra, who scored his first goal this season in the victory against Juventus, scoring the 3rd goal to seal the points against Juventus. And that 3-0 clean sheet win over Juventus. So we're now on a 3-game winning streak. Now on 3 on the bounce. We need to make it 4 on the bounce if we win this game. If you're wondering who the number 2 is, he's replacing our current captain who's out for 2 weeks with an injury. So he's the only change in the team. This was the team that they've got same team that drew 1-1 to FC20 in the Europa League, and the team that beat Juventus 3-0 in the league. So it's the same team that drew 1-1 away in the Netherlands in the Europa League against FC20. We've now got 5 points in the Europa League, if you're just wondering. So in the first game was a 2-2 draw against Dynamo Kiev. The second game was a 5-3 win against Nice, and the third game was a 1-1 draw against FC20. And our next game, our 4th game in the Europa League in November, is against FC Porto. Porto is our next game in the group phase, in the league phase. I keep calling it the group stage. It's the league phase now. Next opposed to the league phase, and what a finish from Balogun. Balogun gives Lazio the lead against Genoa, and as it stands, Lazio can move into the top 2 of the Serie A ahead of Juventus. It's a lovely move. It's a great goal from Balogun, and that goal could move Lazio into the top 2, chasing down AC Milan at the top of the table. It's a great finish from Balogun. 1-0 Lazio, Balogun with another league goal. Great finish from Balogun. And if you're asking what difficult it is world-class difficulty. So far, I've lost one game on world-class difficulty so far. Chance for Genoa, good save. Wrong. Can we make it 6 victories in Serie A? What a stream it has been today. Episode 2's been fireworks today. Donny van der Beek for 2-0. Probably going to try and get the next one out. If we can, maybe to either... I don't know. Maybe at the weekend we get the next one out. Maybe. I'm not going to promise that there'll be a 3rd episode on the weekend, but we will see. Well, we definitely can't do on Saturday. We definitely won't do one on Saturday. That's a definite. Tomorrow, maybe. I reckon probably tomorrow or Sunday will be the next one. I think. Tomorrow or Sunday will be the next episode. Definitely won't be Saturday. There will be no career mode stream on Saturday, that's for definite. I can't do a career mode stream on Saturday. So I reckon either tomorrow or Sunday will be the next Lazio stream. So that will be the 3rd episode of the Lazio stream. And I believe that will be probably either tomorrow or Sunday, depending on which day I can stream. A great finish from Dion right at the start of the second half. 2-0. And it's definitely looking like it's going to be 4 wins on the bounce now. Literally seconds into the second half. And we've doubled our lead 2-0 against Genoa. Great finish. Fantastic goal. Next game is against Como. I think that game will be for the next episode. So we have played a lot of games today. I'm starting to get a bit tired now, so this will probably be the last game of this stream. We have had a lot of action today though. Of course, we've played 2 Europa League games today. Nice and FC20. So we've had 2 Europa League games in this episode as well, and we've had a win against Juventus in this episode, which was a great win, a win against Torino in this episode, and it looks like a win against Genoa as well. So it looks like today, folks, it's going to be 3 victories, 3 wins in today's episode in the league. It looks like it's going to be 3 league wins today, and a Europa League win today as well in the mix too. So it's been a great stream today. Looks like we're up now to 6 wins in the league, which I believe with this result, depending on the Juve result, we'll be 2nd going into the next stream. We'll be pushing down Milan for the lead at the top. And we were just 3 points off. We were 3 points off 2nd place coming into this game, which was Juventus, who we beat 3-0 away. And we scored 3 again at home. The last 2 games have been 3-0. The last two games that we've kept clean sheets. The last game was 3-0. And that was a clean sheet against Juventus. Genoa play Fiorentina next, who we lost to this season. And this, I believe, will be our second clean sheet on the stream today. I don't think we've got another clean sheet today. We got one against Juventus in the last game. That was definitely the Juventus game. We got a clean sheet. So we protected that clean sheet against Juventus. We scored 3 in that game as well. And we scored 3 here against Genoa in this game. Genoa are firing under pressure now. They are looking to break our hopes of back-to-back clean sheets. Donny van der Beek now hurt. 20 minutes to go. Tavares just trying to keep the ball. He will find Jota. I feel like soon we are going to make some changes. Going into the last 15 minutes now. Players starting to get a bit tired. I think we are going to make some changes in the next stoppage. We're going to make some changes. Yeah, there will be some changes in the next few minutes this game. So next time the ball goes out of play, we will make some changes. 15 minutes to go. Next time the ball goes out of play or a goal, we will be making tactical changes. Dia is our top scorer. He's got 4. It's 4-0 and a riot. An absolute riot. And that will be his last action of the game. So a double change up top. And they are the changes we're going to make. That'll be Diop's last action of the game. 4-0, and now we'll make the tactical changes just to see this game out. 4-0. So Diop's last action of the game, that's his 10th league goal this season, so now he's got into double figures for the season. Diop. Said, who's looking for his first goal of the league season. Donny van der Beek, injured, but he's gone off now. Is Delap. Liam Delap looking for his first goal for the club, and it's a great save. 4-0 lead here. And Rocco Ross was who scored 2 goals in that win against Nice in the Europa League. Almost another one here. And Delap again, looking dangerous, this Lazio side today. They scored 3 against Juventus in the last game, and they've scored 4 here against Genoa. Jota for 5! It's 5! It's a riot! Jota makes it 5, and it's a riot here against Genoa. 4 straight league victories incoming, and now moving closer to the top of the league. This will be the biggest win of the career mode in 7 games. 7 games into the season, and we are already setting down a marker with Milan and Juventus in the top 2. With AC Milan and one of the Milan teams top of the table, and that is AC. And Juve, who are second, coming into this game, but they'll be looking nervously over their shoulders with this result. And they know they need to get 3 points in their game, otherwise they'll be dropped. They will slip down from second to third in the table. But as it stands, Lazio, unless Juve have won, they will be going second. Chance here for Genoa, and there's no clean sheets. Genoa have scored, so no back-to-back clean sheet. Vitinha with the goal, but it won't matter. It's 4 straight league wins for Lazio as they beat Genoa 5-1 And that is the biggest result of the career mode, a 5-1 victory over Genoa. And I believe unless Juve have won, Juve haven't even played today in this game week. Which now means, with that result, we are top of the table going into our next game against Como in the next episode. So we are now the league leaders at the top of the division. So we are now top of Serie A. Where's the gap now? So we are top. So with other results, we are now top of the league. We have a goal difference of 14. So we are ahead on goal difference on the same points as Milan, but we are ahead on goal difference. So there you have it, folks. Going into the next episode against Como, we are top of the league going in to episode 3 of the Lazio career. 2 of our players have made it into the team of the week, so happy with that. So now we are now top of the league, level on points with Inter Milan going into the next game against Como in the next episode. Thank you for watching this stream. It's been a great stream, folks. We are top of the league after 7 games played in the Serie A. And we'll be back, hopefully, either tomorrow or Sunday for the 3rd episode of this Lazio career mode. Thank you for watching. I've been Steve Miller. You guys have been great. And I'll see you guys in episode 3. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in a bit.